Hey y'all, we're going to talk a little bit about sowing and harvesting concerning our lives, and not necessarily seeds, but of course we're going to talk about seeds too. I was going through our pink eye purple hull peas, and they are drying on the vine before I could get them picked, which is fine. I like to save them, for the next year for planting. And I do believe that fresh seed is best. I put some in a package the other day, marked them, and I just thought silly and obvious, but I thought, those seeds don't do any good at all in the package. They're not going to do any good until we take them out of the package and either cook them, which it's not enough really to cook, or we put them in the soil next spring and get them planted up for a nice harvest. And I just thought how our words and our actions are exactly the same as that. So when we do kind things for other people, different people will do kind things for us. And it's such a blessing when you know this. It's so awesome when you have the revelation to sow and reap a harvest. I thoroughly enjoy pondering the things that are set before us in nature. And just like next year, I am going to sow this teeny, I don't even know if I can show it to you, it's so small, this teeny tiny little seed, and it's going to make a plant, and it's going to give me multiple pods. And the longest pod I've had so far this year had 19 peas in it. Now there's also some like this, it has one. But even if each pod only had one, and you have 20 to 40 pods come off that one plant, that multiplication is intensely satisfying. So when I sow my words, my generosity, my kindness, my gifts, whatever I sow into good ground, it also produces a great harvest. So I have sown, and I continue to sow, and I continue to expect harvest. I have I like to give. I would consider myself a generous person because I really like to share and I really like to give. And I have seen with my own eyes when I have given something specific, like say food. Just within weeks, I reap a huge harvest of food from a different source. And that's the thing, is when we give to people, I taught my mom this. When she would take me out for lunch and pay for my lunch. She always wanted to pay for my lunch. I told her, I said, Mom, I can't pay you back, but somebody else can. Somebody else will. And she called me one day and she goes, you are so right. She said, I took you out for lunch the other day. She said, and I had 3 people buy my meals in this last week. She loved to go out to eat. So, that's how it works. When you put a seed in the ground, it's going to multiply and it's going to come back to you. And It's just the way it is. It's the way the earth works. The first time I planted okra, and I didn't think I could eat okra. I thought I was allergic to it for some reason. I did not grow up eating okra. I grew up north, and so we never ate okra. So when I moved to Texas and I tried it, I didn't like it. And then for some reason I thought I was allergic to it. I think I convinced myself I was allergic to it. But I grew it because I found out it has beautiful flowers. So the first year I opened those pods, I counted, well, actually I had my grandson count. And there was over 80 seeds in that pod. And so I thought, wow, I put one seed in the ground, and out of one pod, we got 80 seeds. But here's the thing is that plant produced several dozen pods times, say 60 to 80, seeds. And it's just exponential. So gosh, if I had a field and I planted those 80 seeds off one pod, and then all those pods produced 80 or whatever, it's just mind-boggling how this seed time harvest works. And I have to think about it in respect to words. Our words are so powerful. I hear people every day speaking against themselves, and I even catch myself saying dumb things about myself. And so I just want us to be more aware of what we're saying, especially about ourselves. In God's eyes, I am his daughter, and all the good and wonderful things that you could possibly think about a daughter, he thinks about me. Even my crazy hair today. He's not bothered by that. And so I encourage you to think about and pay attention to words that we're speaking. Thank y'all for coming along on this journey. And let's pay attention to the seeds we are sowing with our mouths, with generosity, with kindness. Let's pay attention to our words and our seeds that we're sowing in word and in deed and in truth. So when we give to other people, we expect a harvest. Just like next year when I'm trying to plant these seeds, I'm going to expect a harvest. So I encourage you to sow some really good seeds into some really good ground and expect a harvest, because it will come back to you. Thank you for coming along on this journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh yeah. Silly dog. Silly dog.